Yes, Padmini,
Yes, sir.
let's start.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about the delay again. Yes, Asim. We have too many people, do we?
So we have 17, including us.
15, 15 people. Yeah, 15 people. All right. Let's 14 people. That's okay.
Yes.
Let's start. Anybody wants to say something?
Sir,
Asim,
So,
full list.
Apple. Anybody? Apple.
Yeah.
Right. See several hands up. Apple, Nehaja, several people.
Hello, Ashim.
hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Hello. Sir, can I ask something?
Sure, Viraj.
Sir, 6 gallons of milk. Sir, this subject will agree with singular verb or plural verb?
It will have plural verbs because 6 gallons will make it plural.
So 6 gallons
Though,
will make it countable, right?
yes, 6 gallons are countable. Hold on for a moment, please. Yes.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, now I'm done. Yeah. So, uh, Viraj, I think you were speaking.
Yes.
So, 6 gallons will make it countable. Hence, it is plural.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Do you understand? We know that milk is uncountable, but when we uh, put countable entity like 6 gallons, 5 liters, it will, these things will make the countable, not the milk, but the liters. So, like I said last time, I'll repeat once more, that we need to look at the logic underlying subject, and we need to understand and clarify notion of subject logically and conceptually. Then things become clearer.
Yes,
Most of the time you won't need that. Most of the time it is straightforward. Uh, it is way simpler. But wherever it is not, we need to pay attention to that. And therefore, the idea is not to give you confusing examples or confusing exercise. The idea is to give you situations where we can uh, use we can see where we need to use concepts. Okay, Apple.
Good evening, everyone. So basically, I want to ask from week 10, 11, 12, what kind of questions can we expect? Because they are on reading, writing. I know there might be some listening exercises, but specifically, if you can give us a flavor from the assessment perspective of week 10, 11, and 12, it would be helpful for all of us. Thank you.
Yes, see, the simple. Padmini, is Karthika here? No.
No, sir.
Oh, no, she's there. She's there. Okay, so see, we will work on if we haven't done it yet, we will let you know and we'll work on it. Meaning we don't have the exact type of question ready as of now, but I'll tell you the idea is when we are doing these exercises on reading and writing, the main idea is to we have been discussing the fact that reading has a lot to do with speaking. Reading has a lot to do with conceptual clarity. It may not be visible that much, but it adds to our capacity to speak, to to improve our language. With that purpose, we are using reading as a tool. And these exercises are made to substantiate that point in the sense that how do we read? What are the things that we can look for when we read? What are the things that we learn? We can learn from reading exercises as well. So the kinds of there are a couple of exercises given in each video. So we will have almost similar exercises uh, for uh, for testing for the purpose of grading and evaluation. Nothing out of the context. Okay, Apple. Kartika, can you hear? I think she has logged
Yes,
out
sir.
now. You can hear that. So did you hear what I was talking about and about reading and writing exercises? Do you plan anything else for reading and writing?
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible very much.
Yeah, I've been muted multiple times, so therefore I keep unmuting myself. Okay.
Okay.
So from the exam point of view, is I would say you will not be tested on essay kind of questions. There won't be subjective questions where you will have to write at length. But grammatical concepts and other things will be tested through multiple choice questions. However, for advanced English, we will have essay questions. So I would say do not just brush away what is taught in the writing part. Please practice and do all the exercises promptly, so that that can help you with your advanced English course as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Snehaja. Padmini, can you unmute Snehaja, please?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, Snehaja, please.
Yes, sir. So my doubt is regarding if the sentence is in the form of either or,
Uh-huh.
then should it always be singular, or will it depend on the word that is closest to the verb?
Word that is closest.
Okay, so if it's like either sandals or shoes, then
Correct.
shoes is, so it would be R, like that.
Correct, like
Okay,
that. And I'll add one more piece of information for you. In English, see, we can do permutation and combinations to check the rule. But in English, the general rule is plural comes later.
okay.
Okay, plural
So
comes later. So usually, if you have, for example, uh, uh, you have pencil and notebooks. Okay, so
Okay,
notebooks will come later, and therefore it will be R. In English, the pattern is in either or type of sentence. The plural goes after or. However, even if you keep singular after or, it's not ungrammatical. But the general conventional pattern is plural goes after or.
okay,
Okay?
sir. So even if it is the singular word is after or, we'll still write R.
No. I was just adding to this rule. If there is singular after or, then the agreement is singular. If there
Okay,
is plural after or, then the agreement is plural. I was saying conventionally, the general pattern in English is if we have a choice between singular and plural, then after or we usually put plural nouns.
okay, sir. And sir, when we have for all uncountable nouns, we'll have singular form, but when we quantify it, then it will become plural.
Correct. Depending upon how we quantify. If we can quantify as 1 gallon of milk, then it will be singular.
Yes. Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Sure. Nitish. Nitish. Padmini.
Yes, sir, I've unmuted.
Yeah. Nitish.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please.
So actually, have some confusion. Like when we are in the same question you just mentioned before, using either or, and when we are using everyone, that means the subject will be the singular one or the total every group. That means the group.
No. Everyone is singular.
Everyone is singular. Okay.
Singular. Or no one is also singular.
So then either him or nor her. In that
Either
case,
him,
nor her.
neither him nor her.
Neither him. Sorry.
See, I'll tell you. It's very simple. These are quantifiers. Either or and neither nor, they are the same thing. Just one is affirmative, the other is negative. Okay. Same way, someone and no one, somebody or nobody, they are the same. One is affirmative, the other is negative, and both remain singular. So rules apply the same way for them.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay.
That means when we are taking, that means in the sentence, if the subject specifies that none of them is going to get something, then we are considering them as a plural, right?
As singular.
Singular. Okay. Okay,
Yes,
sir. Okay,
yes.
sir.
No one.
Got it.
You see, when we say no one,
Okay.
we know that we are talking about none among several.
Okay.
Right?
No. Okay, sir.
Consider no.
So,
Wait a minute. See, try to see the logic underlying that. We are saying none or no one or someone, these things are going to be singular for the purpose of agreement. Why are we saying that? Because they eventually refer, whether they refer to one person or nobody, they become singular conceptually.
okay.
Therefore, the agreement is singular.
Okay, sir. Got it now.
Okay. Katyayani. Padmini, to Katyayani.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes,
Am
I
I
can hear
audible?
you. Yes, you are very much.
Hello?
Yes, yes, Katyayani, you are
Yes,
very
sir.
much audible.
Sir, I have a doubt in. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I have a doubt in mock test question. Again, it is related to the same which other people are asking. Either or. The question 16 is saying either the sculpture or the paintings is on display today. Okay. So there should be R, right, sir?
Either the
Hello.
either the
Sculpture or the paintings. So, sir, basically the rule is, sir, for either and or that the next noun, the verb will follow the immediate subject, right?
you mean the one after or?
Yes, after or, like the paintings is there, so are. If it will be the painting, then it would be is, right?
Correct, correct,
And
correct.
okay. Okay, sir. Okay. And sir, is there anything to help? But I always do mistake in this, sir. Where the pause will be and the one where should be the uh, what what is the question, sir? Like severe. So
Mhm.
such kind of questions, sir. I'm doing mistake again and again.
Okay. See, pause is not something that
Yes,
you
sir.
need
Like
to worry too
stress
much.
syllable, sir. Yes.
No, no, I get it. I get it. See,
Yes, sir.
first thing is about pauses, you don't need to worry too much in the sense that uh, it how pause works for pause, stress, intonation, syllabification, these are very, very much specific to first language learning of English as a first language. That is, someone who speaks this language natively. It applies to them. The question is, you can always ask me if it applies to them, then why are we talking about them? Why are we teaching these things? The reason why we are talking about them and discussing these things is there is a way to make there is a way for us to get closer to them. So you will definitely if you are making a mistake with these things, it's not very uh, very critical. However, so let me address them. Pause is also very subjective in the sense that we need to find out how people pause. We cannot pause according to the rules. However, to get the pause, what we can do is we can simply look at the phrasal boundaries. That is the phrase of a noun phrase or a prepositional phrase or something. Some kind of phrase will definitely require a pause. So that is one. About about a stress, which syllable is a stress and which syllable is not a stressed. There are a couple of indicators indicating rules, but they can only help you to some extent. Rest you have to work on these things and practice with them. And we have indicated several practice mechanisms for this purpose, which can help you with that.
So there is
Okay.
some rule in the stretch syllable, right? Like for object and for noun, it worked for verb and for noun, it worked differently, right, sir?
Correct. Correct.
Sir, can you clarify on that? I mean, how it
Very
worked
very
for the
simple.
noun?
See, there are so many words which can have two syllables, and they can same word can be used as noun and same word can be used as adjectives. Same verb can be used as verb. So when the same verb is used as noun, same word is used as noun, the stress is on the first syllable. And if the word is used as a verb, then the stress is on the second syllable. So, for example, we have a verb like object. I think I
Yes,
remember this. We have given this example, object. So if
yes,
we
it
are
is.
using object as a noun, then it is object. Object. There are two syllables in this verb. and first one will get stressed. If we are using it as verb to object, then the stress goes on the second one, object. Object. The reason is verbs usually take more markings, tense and aspect marking on them. Therefore, the stress is on the second syllable, not on the first one. So, but keep in mind, this applies only to the words which have two syllables and not the words which are monosyllabics.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, next, Ravi, Anudeep.
Hello.
Ravi?
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible, Ravi.
Okay. There is a question in the mock test. Either the manager or director pays the employees this evening. Shouldn't director have a the before it?
Either the, what is that?
Either the manager or director pays the employees this evening. The director should have the article the before it, right?
It can have that before it, sure.
Can or should must?
Either the manager or the director.
Yes, sir.
No, it should have, it must have the
Okay. Yeah.
in
Okay.
front of it.
That sentence
If
is
we
also
don't
not.
have it,
Sorry, I ended up interrupting.
go ahead.
The sentence is also slightly ungrammatical, so that we consider that as an erroneous sentence. So we have made a post about it in the discussion forum.
Okay.
But you are right, Ravi. It should have the, because the way we have it for manager, it should have for the also.
Yeah. Thank you.
But probably this one was probably this was not the question, and it was for agreement. In either case, we should have the before that.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. What does Katyayani want to know? Kartika, can you check the
Yes, I'll
chat?
get back with that. I'll
Okay.
reply in some time.
Okay.
I'll have to go and check what exactly that sentence is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next is Vikash Joshi. Can you unmute Vikash?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes, Vikash, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So there was one question in quiz 3 that not only the students but also their instructor has been called to the dean office. So that is clear to me because instructor is the singular. So singular verb is after instructor. So that's clear to me. But in quiz 3, same. In set 2, there was another question called the children as well as their uncle are missing. So since uncle is singular, so how come R came after uncle?
That is because this sentence is not either or. This is as well as.
So sir,
And
as well as and not only but also is different.
they are different things. They are different things because when we say as well as, then we are adding whatever follows as well as to the children. And therefore, conceptually, only children will be the subject, not what follows as well as. But
So
when we have either or some neither nor or either or only type of sentences, they are different from this one. So they are not comparable sentences.
so whenever as well as comes, so we have to take the first.
I would, you are right that we can say it that way also, but I would request you to look at it differently. Look at it conceptually. See, whatever, excuse me, whatever comes after as well as, you have to see it as addition to some additional information to the main noun.
Okay. So it is
Therefore,
related to okay.
Therefore, we don't look at additional information, we look at the main one.
Okay, we don't look at the additional information, but we'll look at the main.
Correct.
So it is different from and also, like Sita and Gita. So there we look them as together. But here in this case, in as well as we are actually giving like we are seeing like what is the first noun, and if it is similar, then the verb will be similar, and if it is plural, then the verb will be plural.
Correct. And Sita, all nouns connected with and, like Sita and Gita, the example that you gave, Sita and Gita will make the subject plural.
Okay.
So there are, and I'm glad we are discussing all these examples, instances, one after the other. But I will again and again underline the conceptual, the notion of conceptual clarity about the idea of subject. It's a big deal, and trust me, any question that you are asking is important one, and the whole idea of subject is a big deal in any language, not just English. And I will also add to those of you who are listening to these things today. I have also underlined couple of times or multiple times in videos that whenever you are looking at these things, do also draw your attention forcefully to the languages that you speak. A cross-referencing to your own language about these things will enrich your will enrich everything about your learning of language. It will give you insight into your own language, and you will be able to draw similarities and differences from your own language to English as well. And then you will develop better command over the target language. Okay? Nitish, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Hello. So
Go ahead.
actually, Kartika ma'am just replied for my doubt actually, but I want to ask once again. For the stress in adjectives, in the starting weeks it is mentioned that it will take the stress on the first syllable, and in the later weeks it was mentioned it takes on the last or the before last syllable. So which should we consider?
What did Kartika tell you just now?
No.
Kartika ma'am told that this it depends on the number of syllables.
Yeah, so there's a common rule that it takes in the first syllable, right? For two syllable nouns and adjectives, the stress takes on the first syllable. But as the number of syllables increases, the rule also kind of changes, and even these rules have 20% exception. So not all the words belonging to that category need to necessarily follow that. The another thing is it is different for compound adjectives.
Kartika, your voice is breaking.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, your
voice is breaking.
Oh, I'm not sure what I can do with that because there's full signal here. How about others? I'm just suspecting if it's some issue with professor's line.
Yes, might be.
Now it is better. Now it is better.
Okay. So the rule depends. So what you need to keep in mind is for two syllable nouns and adjectives, the stress is on the, what did I say? Second syllable, right? First syllable. Yeah. And for compound adjectives, I think the stress goes on the second word. So you can just check that.
Yes.
Can you put this in the chat, Kartika?
Yes,
Kartika,
I
can
have
you put this in chat forum?
Yes,
chat
I put that
here so that
I've
everyone
replied to
can
him
see that.
personally.
So I see that Nitish.
Yes, sir.
No, please put it for everybody.
Sure.
Please put it for everybody. Because there are, it is related to what I have been telling you. There are only some guiding things that we can talk about stress. Stress is not something which really follows some specific pattern.
Okay.
So one kind of adjective follows one type of pattern. The other kind of like derived ones may follow some other pattern. So that is what
Okay.
probably she's putting. She's going.
So actually, it may sound weird, but can I say something? So actually, when I was trying to speak and know the stress, whenever I'm speaking the stress syllable, my mouth is wide open than the other syllables rather for other syllables. So in that way, can we check that? Because I tried to
Say
check
it one more time. Maybe there is something wrong with.
While I'm trying to spell a word.
Nitish, can you say that whole thing? Because
Okay,
your
sir.
voice is also breaking for me. Maybe there is some problem with my network. Can you
So
say that
is
again?
it audible now, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, very much now.
Sir, actually, what I was trying to say is when I'm trying to pronounce a word, particularly when I'm trying to pronounce the stressed syllable, my mouth is wide open and open when with respect to other syllables in that same word. I tried it with the 20 or 30 different words. It's showing the same. So in that way can we find the stress? It may sound weird, but it's working somehow.
Yeah, I know it's hard to. Well, do whatever works. That's all I can say. I don't know what else to say about that, but do whatever works.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, my doubt was: is there any specific reason for that, it's normal?
Well, let me think about it or read about it. Like I said, I see several comments here also, but stress has these issues. Okay, and therefore we are saying it requires a lot more action, not just practice, and then we can reach close to that. So keep working on it. Don't give up.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Neeraj Kumar, and then Damodaran.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, Neeraj.
Yeah. So, sir, in the end term mock test on question number 4, the antonym of the word deserted has been asked, and the answer is desolated. So, isn't deserted and desolated have same meaning? Therefore, they are synonyms, not antonyms.
Okay. So end term is over, right?
Sorry, sir.
So we have posted
Padmini,
in
is
the
end term
forum that
done, right? End term is over.
no, sir. Tomorrow is the final exam.
Yeah. What have you posted in the forum, Padmini?
Yeah, there was an error which we had made in that particular question. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the correct answer would be populated, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Then that was my only doubt.
Okay.
Puneet.
Next, Damodaran. Damodaran and then Puneet. Damodaran's hand is up since quite some time. Maybe I have seen it that way. Damodaran and then Puneet.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out whether the phonetic symbol key or table will be included as part of the quiz so that we can refer to it to answer questions.
Sir, can I answer this?
Sure.
No, Damodaran, we could not, because we got the suggestion um, only after we sent out the paper and all of that was configured by TCS, and we kind of froze it. So this suggestion we could not, but we would for sure do it from the for the upcoming exams.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Puneet? Padmini, to Puneet now.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
And after that, yes, Puneet, please.
Yes, sir. Before I ask my clarification, I want to share two things. One is to my fellow classmates. There are two things that I've observed in our sessions, and I would like to share. Please don't take it as a critical thing. It's just me sharing. One is we make mistakes, we don't do mistakes. And I keep hearing doing mistakes recurrently through our recordings. And second is this morning instead of today morning. So that was my sharing for today. Second, sir, the English exam is the only exam that I've learned something after giving the exam. So I come back happy. And finally, my questions. So the plural for aircraft, would that be aircrafts or aircraft? Okay. In our context, if it's not relevant, we can skip it. Yes, sir.
Aircraft.
Because when we do documentation for the Air Force, we always put aircraft. We don't put an S.
Yes. Yes, the plural is aircraft.
Okay, thank you.
So what will that?
And my second question is the
next
the comparative for far, comparative and superlative. Do we follow further or farther? FUR-THER or FAR-THER?
It's farther, if I'm
Aren't
not
they
wrong,
two
but
different
I'll have to
things?
check.
They are supposedly different. Yes, FAR is for distance, farther and farthest.
Right.
So we saw somewhere that FUR was written. So that's why I was confused in one of our material itself.
Then we
Okay,
might
that's
have
it.
used this in a wrong context. Yeah, they are two different things.
All right, so we'll put farther. Okay, thank you. That's my questions.
Yeah. Sure. And Aditya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am joining from Mumbai. That is also I'm joining.
Please.
Yeah. The thing was that I want to ask, like, previous time pauses were there. Okay, like pauses were there, and there were like many different kinds of pauses. Like in two questions, I found that I went to the Sudhir sir book, like questions, like two examples were there. Like it was different in the it was an activity question and it was different in the Sudhir sir books, and like answer was different in the portal which was given. Not in the quiz, it is activity question.
Right.
Like,
See, you are talking about the pauses, Aditya, right?
Yeah, pauses, yeah.
Yeah. You see, I have clarified it to you and everybody. Pauses is more to notice than to practice or apply. And if at all we need to apply, we can only look at phrase boundaries. If beyond that there are answers, I would, you see, we have posted in the forum also based on the resources that we have on pauses. So if you can specify a specific question, we will look at that. Otherwise, I can only tell you that we can look at pauses when we can count pauses, we can observe pauses when others are speaking.
See,
and
actually, I was
we do
bad at
not
that,
need
like,
two people speaking the same thing. May vary in terms of pauses also. But the actual rule is just the phrase boundary. If we are not doing on phrase boundaries, then we need to work on it. However, people may put things here and there as well when you observe them. So it's not a very uh, substantial aspect to worry about.
Like questions like with the this question for the examination.
There seems to be my network.
Pardon me?
No, I understand. I totally understand. We are trying to reduce it from the. See, I'm saying we are trying to reduce it from exam perspective also. But beyond the exam, what I am trying to tell you is to understand the wider implication and applications of pauses.
One
And
more thing I
understanding
want.
pauses. For the
Yeah,
purpose of exam,
like
yeah.
there were like word pauses also, like what I read to the Sudhir sir book, Surish sir book, like it was
Serious.
like he had mentioned like phrasal pauses and also word pauses, like between two words. We don't consider that thing now, like while making pauses, like
sometimes words are also considered as phrases.
yeah, that is phrases. I'm saying that Prince Hamilton. Okay, Prince Hamilton was a wonderful player. Okay, so Prince Hamilton, there will be a pause or not? Like that's the first sentence of the book.
You see, what I can say is based on my intuitive understanding of pauses is it won't have the same kind of pause, the one that we have between Prince Hamilton and whatever follows. That is, between the subject and the predicate, the kind of pause you have, you won't have the same kind of pause between Prince and Hamilton. However, there has to be some pause. Otherwise, we won't be able to make it two different words.
Okay.
Get it?
Got it.
These are some of the things that I can intuitively tell you. And like I'm saying, pauses is for the purpose of exam, I am not dismissing it. I agree with you. But for the purpose of understanding, it is very it is something to notice. It is not something to worry too much.
Okay. One more thing can I ask?
Sure, of course.
It is related to mock question. Like second question, like it is a comprehension is given basically regarding Portuguese sailor who sailed through the world to show that the world is round, not a flat edge. Okay. The thing was asked is the word percipice, as used in paragraph, must nearly mean that it should mean steep cliff or ending lines. I believe it should be ending lines. And answer is
so what was the problem in that?
Means why it is ending lines, why it is steep
problem.
It is
Can you answer that? Because it seems like my network has some issue today.
So you are audible, like your network has no problem, like.
Or am I audible? Then your voice is coming in breaks to me. It's breaking a little bit. So you are wondering about steep cliff and ending line.
Yeah.
As meaning to the word, to a particular word, right?
Yeah. All the world is round with no precipice at the edge.
Okay. So, okay. Kartika, can you?
What was, sir? I did not get it, sir, because the volume was quite low.
He has repeated twice already. He is saying
Could you please put it in the chat box? I could I'll be able to answer.
Okay.
Question number one.
second question.
Mock
Comprehension.
question, second question. The second comprehension question.
The comprehension, second question. Only one comprehension is there. Yeah.
Somebody has put it. Govind has put it there. Only one ship and
17 sailors under the command of birds. What is the question? In the comprehension, I read the passage.
That is the word percipies, as used in paragraph, most nearly means. I thought that ending line should be the perfect. Like it is, the answer is given steep cliff.
Okay. No, that answer is right. Your ending line. Okay, you're asking why ending line is not right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get back to you in 2 minutes. Okay, let me just read and
maybe it's here.
I'll reply you in the chat box. Meanwhile, others can raise their questions. You know, whoever wants to could. Yes. Sir, is it audible, sir? Are you there?
Yeah, you are audible. You are audible.
Okay.
Okay, so please check that. He just has a.
Yeah. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to send the answer. I'm going to post the answer right here.
Okay.
Meantime, you can take other
Vikas
questions.
has. Sure. I'm going to do that. Vikas maybe has another question.
Yeah, hi sir. So my question is related to pauses only. So in quiz number 2, question number 5, there is a rhyme. Solomon Grundy, born on Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday. So here my question is like after Solomon Grundy, there is a pause. Born on pause Monday, and then again pause. So I thought like it is correct. I mean the pauses here are correct, but it is saying that it is not correct. So so what is wrong here? Just wanted to understand.
I don't remember it because I have discussed this part before, but I don't
The
remember
question
exactly.
before and have the answer. Like, should I answer? Like,
Aditya, you want?
I can answer the question. Like,
Sure, go ahead.
like
Go
the
ahead.
sentence is something like this: Solomon Grundy, born on Monday, Christed on Tuesday, something like that. And like last sentence, just wait. I'm opening the. Actually, I don't have the sentence. I'm just opening the sentence and then I'm telling it. Okay, in just a second.
Yeah, if someone can paste it on the chat box, I can reply to that.
1 second, let
question.
me try to do that. Yeah, I have sent it in the chat.
Yeah. So let's look at the last sentence. That's the end of Solomon Grundy. That's not how you say, right? That's the end of Solomon Grundy, or in a natural accent, you could also say that's the end of Solomon Grundy. You would not pause soon after end.
Okay, so only the last line is incorrect. That means
Apart from that, there also are other mistakes also.
Let me just go through that.
or is it like Solomon Grundy? Then born on Monday should be. Yeah, I mean there should not be any pause between born on and Monday. I mean it should be like
Yeah,
together.
born on Monday. Yes, there should not be
Yes,
a pause.
you are right.
Okay.
Right. Born on
So-
Monday. It should be
so-
straight Solomon Grundy born on Monday.
Born on Monday, and similarly married on Wednesday. wars on Friday, buried on Sunday. So there should not be any pause between
Yes.
married on, wars on, buried on.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, next. Who is that? Katyayani, you have something else?
Sir,
Hello, sir.
Akansha.
Am I audible?
Sir, Akansha.
Hello.
Yeah,
One by one.
Akansha.
Akansha, go ahead. Akansha, go ahead.
Hello, sir. I had a
Katyayani, we are
doubt.
coming to you.
There was a question in
Yeah, go ahead.
the. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
you are audible, Akansha.
Okay, sir. My question was in the mock test, there was a question which says every one of the skirts has a green border. And the answer is it is a correct statement. But isn't it each one of the skirt has a green border?
That's more of a colloquial
Oh,
use. Ideally speaking, each one is right, but everyone is also not inappropriate.
Okay, ma'am. Then the next one was everybody at the college party were enjoying the food. Why is that wrong, ma'am?
because
Everybody at the
everyone is singular.
Okay, okay, sir.
As the college party, you are enjoying the food. Because
Okay.
everyone as a subject is singular, therefore it should be everyone at the college party was enjoying the food. Yes,
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
sure, Akansha. Now, Katyayani. Katyayani?
Yes, sir. Sir, I just have a. Was also asking the same question what Akansha just asked, and another one small doubt, sir. There is in end mock term test. There is the either the manager or the director pays this evening. Okay. Can here the sentence should be like could be like this, sir? Either the manager or the director will pay this evening. Will pay. If it is like that, will pay, whether the sentence will
Yes,
be correct or not correct, sir.
that will be correct.
it will be correct, and it cannot be pays. It should either be. Let me please go to that. Wait for a minute, please. I'll just go to that sentence. I know you have
Okay, ma'am.
No.
pasted it.
She's talking about will pay.
Okay, it will be will pay, sir, right? Yes, sir.
So, Katyayani, so the thing is, your question is about the use of will. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, sir. Whether I mean I did, sir. It pays. I did. Yes. I mean I thought this is the correct question and it is right also. I'm just asking whether if we put will pay, whether the sentence will be remain corrected or not. Like either the manager or
Yes, it
the
will remain.
director will
You
pay.
can, if you are talking about changing the tense of the subject,
Yes,
the
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
sentence,
sir.
that will
Yes,
be
sir.
perfectly fine. That will not be.
Perfectly fine. But sir, if we remove this evening with every evening, then certainly it will take pays, right? And not will pay.
No,
Okay, ma'am.
What you're saying?
Like
We
if we
remove
say
this evening,
every
then what will
evening,
happen?
if we remove this evening with every evening, then whether the pays only should be there and not will pay. Am I correct or not, ma'am? Please clarify.
No, you are
you are right.
see, I'll tell you.
You
Pay
are right.
will pay. Kartika, wait. Will pay and pays, they are two different tenses.
Yes, the sentence is.
Okay. So either the manager, Kartika, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Kartika, I cannot hear you.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Now,
Looks like sir's
Yes,
network
ma'am,
is
you
not.
are audible, ma'am.
yeah. Seems like whatever I am speaking is going clearly, but what's coming to me is coming intermittently. But that's okay. You go ahead and explain it to Katyayani.
Am I audible, sir? Because if you have something different and if I'm making a mistake, I would want you to correct me. Am I audible, sir? Uh, okay, Katyayani. So, um, from what I have studied and known, this should the grammatically right sentences, either the manager or the director will pay the employees this evening, or it should be either the manager or the director pays the employees every evening. Um,
Yes.
why not? I'll explain you in the chat box. But I'll just check it with my professor once more. Um, and we have also got this input from a couple of other learners also who have found this as an erroneous sentence. But from the point of subject verb agreement, if you look at it, either the manager or the director, and because we gave the option, right, pays, there wasn't this option called will pay there. Was that a multiple choice question, or was that a filling the blank question? Sorry, was that a true or false question? How did this question come to you?
True or false, ma'am?
Okay.
True, false, ma'am.
Okay. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the explanation to all of you, because this is one sentence that has confused quite a few. So we'll post the answer to that query in the discussion forum. So please do check it out in a couple of hours. Uh, you will see that. But before the session ends, um, I will try to post the answer in the chat box as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Akansha has been asking, ma'am, if writing is not included, then can we have less importance to week 11 and 12 content? From the exam point of view, that's
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
But please make sure that you understand, grasp the concepts that's been discussed in week 11 and 12 for the upcoming advanced English course, because you'll have subjective essay type of questions. Your writing will be tested at length for advanced English.
Sure, ma'am. I
Yeah.
asked so that we could revise for the tomorrow's exam.
Yeah. For tomorrow's exam, from the point of view of tomorrow's exam, yes, you don't have to.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
We have the final exam tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, are you back? Am I audible to you?
Yeah, you were audible. This time I could hear it.
Okay. Yeah, so if you have doubts, please raise your questions either in the chat box, or please do raise your hands. Sir is here, sir is back.
Radmini, who is next? Anybody? Aditya, you want to say something?
Sir, Akansha has raised her hand. Sir, Siddharth has asked a question in the chat box.
Okay. What is the question?
The question is, ma'am, is the rose is one of the best scented flowers? The statement is correct or not, he's asking.
The rose is one of the best scented flowers. Rose is one of the best scented flowers. I think that's correct. Correct, Siddharth.
Sir, he is asking, or is it rose is one of the best scented flowers?
You can say
Rose is
the
one of the
rose
best.
is one of the best. So basically, he's asking the question about the use of determiner, definite article. We
Yes.
can say the rose is udhar. It depends on the context basically. So we can say both of them are grammatical. If we have a between the hearer and the listener, out of the many flowers we are talking about rose, then we can say the rose. Or if we are making a generic statement, then it is rose is one of the best scented flowers. Okay. Anybody else wants to say anything?
Sir, I had a question, sir. In graded assignment
Please.
9, question 2, after the storm passed, we went outside to survey the damage. Here, sir, the adverbial clause, the answer says modifies went, but isn't it passed?
After the storm passed, the whole thing is adverbial clause. So it modifies
Yes, sir.
the verb. We went after the storm passed. The whole clause is adverbial clause. So it
Yes, sir.
modifies it. It adds more information about the verb went.
But doesn't went also come inside adverbial clause?
No. We went is a different. We went to survey the damage is the main clause. After the
Yes, sir.
storm passed is the adverbial clause.
Okay, sir. Then thank you.
Sure.
Mock, there were no question of stress and like any stress and pauses.
On what?
Means there were no questions on stress and pauses. Should we expect the same for the exam pattern?
Kartika,
Sir,
you want to say something? Aditya is asking, are there questions on stress and pauses?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, you do have. But we'll have the basic ones, not the way, we're not going to give those words that are going to be exceptions and, among a particular word class. If you are worried particularly about stress, from what I can recollect, I would say please look at compound stress and compound words particularly. There's one question, sir.
Yes.
Katyayani has asked, 4 years is a long period. Why not 4 years are a long period?
That is because chunk of time is taken as one unit, and conceptually it is singular. Yes, Katyani, and thanks for helping us with Sahil. Sahil, please look at the post that Kartika has sent. Had a power cut. Hope I did not miss anything. No, Ravi, we have been discussing several things, but you will be fine.
After the exam, do let us know,
Oh.
how it went, and what you think about the course. What is it that we can improve or focus more for your next batch, for the next batch of learners and kids coming in. Post your suggestions in the discussion forum. Let us know what you liked the most.
Oh, you are
Let us know what helped
asking
you the
them to give you
most.
suggestions.
Yes.
So I remember many. Yeah, I remember many things that you guys have suggested, and they have been truly helpful to us as well. Definitely helpful. So Kartika is right. Anything that you feel we must know, please send it to us. It will be useful to us, and it will help us improve.
And
We are starting the next run of English 1, and we will try to improve it for the next batch.
J. Siddharth has asked, please shed
Kartika, go
some
ahead.
light on the number of question in the end term. 5 questions from reading, 5 questions from listening, and 40 questions from all that you have learned in the 12 weeks. Multiple choice and true and false questions.
Mrityunjay is asking, please tell some tips to deal with vocabulary.
What
I
about
think sir
that?
should.
All I can say is read more and more, and see my tips are not specifically helpful to exams. All I can tell you is the more you read, the better your vocabulary becomes. So I have been talking like a preacher that keep reading. Do not skip reading every day. It's like medicine for learning. Keep reading little bit, keep listening to things little bit, and whether or not you are paying attention to anything in particular. For example, if you are listening to something for half an hour, you don't have to make a list of all the words that were spoken in half an hour. You have read something for an hour, you don't have to make a list of every word that you have read. You don't even have to find out the meaning of every word that you have read. But these things have serious impact on our cognitive processes, and they show up in various forms in improving your language. So this is the very broad and generic tip I can give you, not only for vocabulary but also for other aspects of language when we speak. That is called language production, and it will have a lot of impact on that. So please keep doing that. Exam is one phase. It will come and go. With little less grade or more grade, you will pass the test or not, or pass the test for sure. But what continues is how helpful these things have been in helping you improve your language better, because everything that you are going to do is going to do through language. Language is not an ordinary tool for you in your professional development. It's a basic prerequisite for everything that you are going to do. Hence, these generic suggestions. I think I think we are
Sorry.
done with most of the questions. If
No,
there
there are a couple of questions, sir.
okay. Let's take them.
Ujjwal has asked, please suggest the mainly focused topic for end term. There is nothing like mainly. You are asking about the important topics, right? I would say if you want to do a last minute revision, do look at all the assignment non-graded and graded and activity questions. That will be a useful tool. But that apart, every topic is important topic. So then there is one question, and this is for sir. Identify the grammatically correct sentence from the options given. She is more cleverer of the two. She is the cleverer of the two. Why not first one?
Cleverer of the two. Wherever we can make it ER type of comparative adjective, we cannot use more. We cannot use two of them. One reason why the first one is not grammatical is you are trying to use two of them. So the second one is grammatically correct.
Yeah, you could use more clever or cleverer. You won't use more cleverer.
So, but Kartika, in that also the rule
Ideally
is
speaking, yeah, ideally speaking,
if
cleverer means more
ER,
clever, so you better use that, right?
if you can use ER with an adjective, then the
Then
option of using more is possible. Option of using more or most remains open only when we cannot add these suffixes to the adjectives. Words like handsome or beautiful or intelligent, we can't say intelligenter. In those cases, we use more or most wherever we can use. And this has, we haven't gone into the details of this. This has to do with syllabification again. So in this case, cleverer is the grammatically correct answer. Next.
yeah. Then there is.
Kartika ma'am, I had a doubt if we had questions from fricative sounds, then velar sounds and all of those.
Yeah. So
like specific questions like which sound is which and all of that.
no, ideally speaking, see, we would not
you
want
won't.
we won't question on things that you need to mug up and all that, but we would
Okay,
expect
ma'am.
you to have a basic understanding of what a fricative sound is, where exactly your tongue position is. So based on that, you could judge any sound, whether it comes from the lips or from the alveolar region. So
Yes, ma'am.
I would say you will not be questioned on the so-called tough places of articulation. You won't get sounds from those. You could
Yes,
focus
ma'am.
more on labial, bilabial, and nasal sounds.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, Neeraj, you are right. Do write these things to us. We are making shorter videos. However, if there are few videos longer, that is unintentional, just because we wanted to complete them. So our main goal is to keep the videos shorter for sure.
Okay.
Kartika, anything else?
Yeah.
Idioms and phrases like idioms like general understanding. I remember like there are many idioms. Like should we like mug up them or like?
What is discussed in the video?
Aditya, if you have to mug up, then you won't need to mug up anything. Let me put it this way: if you mug up, then we are. Then if we make you mug up, then we are not doing it properly. So, do you feel that you needed to mug things up?
I didn't need to learn that thing. I just went through it and I just remembered most of them. I asked once. I don't feel like, but
Right.
I ask. Okay, sorry for
No,
that.
no,
But
that is fine. But what I want to tell you is, no, no, no. You don't have to be sorry about anything. What I am saying is the understanding of a language is such that your effort and our effort in making these things explicit to you is such that you won't need to mug things up. Uh, however, uh, if there are certain things that you need to keep them in mind, uh, do use the method that works for you. Kartika, you wanted to say something?
About so what I would say is a good thing about idioms is for the for most of it you can actually infer the meaning from that phrase. So that eliminates the question of mugging things up. But if at all you want to make sure that everything that's discussed, then I would say please go back to the videos and go through them, and please go through the activity questions, graded, non-graded questions that we have asked. That would suffice.
Somebody had asked the question in the chat that from the new reading, some words are not clear. It will happen in the beginning, but that should not stop you from reading. Keep reading. In the worst case, you won't understand. Make your efforts, all your efforts, to understand what's being said. But if you don't give up. That will be my suggestion on that. Keep reading. After a month or two, it will improve. That okay, Kartika?
Yes. Surya, who has asked any tips on how to tackle stress on words. So looks like a lot of people are getting stressed, are stressing on word stress. Mm, See, just go through. See, I've posted a link
Yes.
which discusses the basic rules. Okay, go through that, and then I would also urge you to go through the stress rules of compound words, and that will be sufficient.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
post
With
the
that,
link again?
can we yeah, post the link in the forum also, then this will be better. Katyayani, do you have anything else? I still see your hands up. If not, we'll wind it up. And
Padmini, can
we'll
you
give you
unmute her?
some time.
No, she is not raising. Okay, fine.
Okay. So that we will leave you some more time for you to prepare for your final exam tomorrow. Sure, you have other subjects as well.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see many of you joining the session in the last hour as well. And like Kartika said, please do after your exam or after that, whenever you feel like, do give us some feedback, which will not only help us improve English 1, but we'll also try to improve the next ones that we are bringing up for you as English 2. In the chat forum itself, you can, not chat forum, in the course forum itself, you can give us feedback. We will take them. We take every comment or every question that you ask seriously. Not just seriously, we read them. We spend a lot of time on doing those things, working on those things. So we will take them from there.
Sir, they need your wishes. They are going to write
All
their
right,
exam
guys.
tomorrow.
Kartika, shall we?
Sir, I was saying they need your wishes. They are going to write their exam tomorrow.
Yeah. They have all the best wishes. for everybody. It has always been there, not just for exam, for everything. You have all our best wishes with you.
Yeah. So all the best, guys.
Okay,
Do well.
Srivala.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's always been a pleasure learning with you.
Yeah. Same here. It's a great learning platform for me as well. There's been a lot of learning, unlearning, and relearning for me as well. So if I had to give you one tip before we end this session, I would say just go through all the graded, non-graded, and activity questions. And this quiz is going to be the easiest among all the quizzes that you have done. Um, so all the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Srivalaji, yes, who is there? Mahesh. Srivalaji?
Sir, I will call them and.
Yeah, they will turn it off. Stop
Yes.
the broadcast.
Sure.
Okay, guys, bye-bye.